Today, we dive into one of the most profound stories of transformation and hope found in the Bible. Join us as we explore the journey from misery to abundance, Lazarus's inspiring story of hope and redemption. In the Gospel of John, we encounter a story that illustrates the power of faith, the depth of God's love, and the triumph of life over death. This is the story of Lazarus, a man from Bethany whose journey from the tomb to the light stands as a testament to God's glory and grace. Bethany was a small village near Jerusalem, home to a family deeply loved by Jesus, Lazarus and his sisters, Mary and Martha. Their house was often a place of rest and refuge for Jesus and his disciples. One day, Lazarus fell gravely ill. Mary and Martha, overwhelmed with worry, sent an urgent message to Jesus, who was in another town. "Lord, the one you love is sick." John 11:3. Upon receiving this news, Jesus made a statement that puzzled his disciples. "This sickness will not end in death. No, it is for God's glory, so that God's Son may be glorified through it." John 11:4. Despite his love for Lazarus, Jesus stayed where he was for 2 more days. Disciple: "Rabbi, a short while ago the Jews there tried to stone you, and yet you are going back?" Jesus: "Are there not 12 hours of daylight? Anyone who walks in the daytime will not stumble, for they see by this world's light. It is when a person walks at night that they stumble, for they have no light." John 11:9-10. Jesus then told them plainly, "Lazarus is dead, and for your sake I am glad I was not there, so that you may believe. But let us go to him." John 11:14-15. By the time Jesus arrived in Bethany, Lazarus had been in the tomb for 4 days. The village was filled with mourners, offering their condolences to Mary and Martha. Martha, hearing that Jesus was near, went out to meet him. Her words were filled with both faith and sorrow. "Lord, if you had been here, my brother would not have died. But I know that even now, God will give you whatever you ask." John 11:21-22. Jesus said, "Your brother will rise again." Martha said, "I know he will rise again in the resurrection at the last day." Jesus: "I am the resurrection and the life. The one who believes in me will live, even though they die, and whoever lives by believing in me will never die." "Do you believe this?" John 11:25-26. Martha said, "Yes, Lord," she replied. "I believe that you are the Messiah, the Son of God who is to come into the world." John 11:27. Martha went back and called her sister Mary aside. "The teacher is here," she said, "and is asking for you." When Mary heard this, she got up quickly and went to him. The people who had come to comfort Mary followed her, thinking she was going to the tomb to mourn. Mary said, "Lord, if you had been here, my brother would not have died." John 11:32. When Jesus saw her weeping, and the Jews who had come along with her also weeping, he was deeply moved in spirit and troubled. "Where have you laid him?" he asked. They replied, "Come and see, Lord." Jesus wept. The shortest verse in the Bible, "Jesus wept," John 11:35, speaks volumes about his empathy and shared sorrow. Then Jesus, still deeply moved, came to the tomb. It was a cave with a stone laid across the entrance. Jesus: "Take away the stone." John 11:39. Martha said, "But Lord," said Martha, the sister of the dead man, "by this time there is a bad odor, for he has been there 4 days." John 11:39. Jesus: "Did I not tell you that if you believe, you will see the glory of God?" John 11:40. So they took away the stone. Then Jesus looked up and said, "Father, I thank you that you have heard me. I knew that you always hear me, but I said this for the benefit of the people standing here, that they may believe that you sent me." John 11:41-42. Narrator: When he had said this, Jesus called in a loud voice, "Lazarus, come out!" John 11:43. The dead man came out, his hands and feet wrapped with strips of linen and a cloth around his face. Jesus, take off the grave clothes and let him go. John 11:44. The miracle of Lazarus' resurrection not only displayed the glory of God, but also reinforced the power and authority of Jesus over life and death. This astounding event led many to believe in him, showcasing that with faith, even the darkest moments can lead to the most profound revelations of divine power. Lazarus' story is a powerful testament to the hope and redemption that Jesus offers. In our moments of despair, when it feels like all is lost, remember Lazarus. Remember that sometimes our greatest trials are the very things that can reveal God's glory in the most unexpected ways. From misery to abundance, Lazarus' journey is a beacon of hope for all of us. It reminds us that God's timing is perfect, His power is unmatched, and His love is unwavering. If you found this story inspiring, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. By sharing these stories, we continue to spread the message of hope and redemption that is central to the Christian faith. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you won't miss any of our future videos. We invite you to reflect on Lazarus' story in your own life. Are there areas where you need to see a resurrection? Are you in a place of despair, needing a touch of God's transforming power? Hold fast to your faith and trust in God's perfect plan. Thank you for joining us on this journey. May your faith be strengthened, and may you always find hope in the promises of God.